Hey everyone, this is my Patreon powered reaction to the fourth episode of World Trigger. So, last episode, the school was attacked by neighbors, by the Trion soldiers, and Mikumo and Yuma worked together to defeat them, pretty much, I guess is the best way to put it. However, the actual people that were supposed to deal with this, Arashiyama squad, the popular border squad, the celebrity border squad, they were supposed to be the ones to take care of it, and they showed up after it was already done with, and they asked questions, and Mikumo explained as best he could, while without telling the truth, of course. And Kitora wasn't a big fan of any of it. She came across as very letter of the law with her approach to this, and just being a bit unpleasant in general. Of course, I don't think there'll be much punishment really for them for this. Like maybe a slap on the wrist at best, but I don't think it'd be too much because could you really blame someone for, defending their school that was attacked by monsters with any means they had to do so? Like, no one's gonna give you too much of a punishment for that. But anyway, Kitora, I think she just might have been just salty because she knows she's not as good as, Yuma. Well, she doesn't know Yuma was the one that did it, but she knows that she couldn't one-shot one of those things with a training trigger, so I think that may have a lot to do with it. It just kind of attuned to her character in general. But yeah, let's get into the episode. Click on that, not that. Okay, then move over here. Okay, 3, 2, 1, play. I don't need much of a recap, we're not that far into the series. But yeah, I think a big thing here is going to be the fact that the neighbors were able to appear away from border. I think that's something we're going to have to really investigate in the near future. Because that was a big reason why the students felt so safe in a war zone, and now it's kind of been taken away from them. That should have a big effect on their mentality. Yeah, how dare you defend yourself against a monster? Pretty sure any punishment he would get would be preferable to him and his friends being slaughtered. Just saying. But not as good as Yuma, I'm sure. More importantly, it attacked him and his school. Like, he didn't go out looking for this thing. Yeah, other C ranks might think it's okay to defend themselves too. You can't have that. Rather than just die. Makes sense. But yeah, she clearly just doesn't want to get it. Just don't listen to her, Mikumo. You made the right decision. She can just... So what she's saying is she would have preferred people to die. Basically, that's what she's saying. Maybe she doesn't realize that's what she's saying, but that is what she's saying. I mean, I can understand there being a little bit of a punishment for this. I'm not saying there shouldn't be, because just to make sure that, you know, people don't lose respect for that rule. But I really hope she doesn't just seriously imply that it would have been better to have let people die instead. Because that would be ridiculous. So I'm gonna try to take that in the best possible way. Yeah, and just there's a lot of characters in this show. Like I had to look at the list of characters on the MyAnimeLIst page for this show, and it's gonna be one of those shows where I don't remember half the names. I already know. I can already tell. Changes the new world. In case you're wondering, no, the opening has not gotten old at all. I still love it as much as I did before. Are we actually gonna get to the border building this episode? Well, probably not. I think the previous week showed us Kitora fighting some big old pre-owned soldier. I don't think that will happen. Okay, I was about to ask that. Wow. You are just the worst, Kitora. You look all happy and smug about this. I know, right? You tell her, Yuma. You got nothing to lose. You're not a border agent. She can't get you fired. No, you shut up, Mikama. Let him do this. I know you don't have a spine, but... This woman just... Oh, you might want to watch what you say here, Yuma. I like how we wiped the smug look up her face, though. That was great. You tell her. No, you're completely full of it. I already knew this, but it's great to have him actually say it. He can tell you're lying. Yeah, I already knew you were salty and jealous and butthurt. All around her. I guess it means you're somewhat competent in all fighting styles. Like a jack of all trades, expert of none, however that phrase goes. But yeah, I'm almost positive it'll just be a light slap on the wrist. Like maybe he gets his trigger taken away for 3 days or something. Yeah, I know you wish you had all that love and praise, Kitora, but no. But yeah, Yuma, you want to be careful about really sounding like you're taking the neighbor's sides when talking to border members, because they'll get suspicious. I know, right? As usual, Yuma proves to be the best character. She wasn't 100% right, but no, she was mostly wrong. I mean, she wasn't 100% wrong, but she was, you know, mostly wrong. Good points. I think Yuma really is gonna have a good influence on Mikomo. I think he needs a friend like Yuma. I'm really glad that they met each other. Yeah, now we gotta do the cleanup of the school. I hope so. I'm interested to see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, I think we're gonna get to where the giant Trian soldier shows up. Oh no. It's just a girl. Kitora with the normal clothes, casual clothes. I guess we're not getting into that yet. Uh, but your cute face is your only redeeming quality. Everyone do it. Now take it a little bit off. Oh wow, now she's just full on getting into it. You were so Cinderous, not even funny. I mean, it is funny, actually. I know. You were very unpleasant to him. Like a date? And more praise. She wants to make sure you get your punishment. She probably wants to personally watch it as it happens. But I'm guessing they'll be interrupted on the way there. And maybe you'll help with the giant Treon soldier? Wow. She went full sooner right now. Yeah, don't get the wrong idea, Baka. Anyway, Mikumo might help battle the big one, and then that might help lighten the punishment more. That's what I was trying to say before she went full cinder on me. Yeah, you really are impressed with that skill. Well, considering it's a tsundere saying this, that's a pretty high praise. Uh, yeah, he has not gotten carried away at all. He was projecting. People would have died before you got there. You do understand that, right? Yeah, you weren't. You're deluded, Kitora. Wherever Mikumo goes, I shall go as well. I'm just short, so you didn't see. Again, you tell her. If you love the rules so much, why don't you just marry them? Yes. Oh, that was a blush. I don't think that's true, but... Although, if and when Yuma joins, he'll be a C rank that's tougher than Kitora. Huh, so we are getting into this. So there's no S rank. Yes, they're very different people. I love you so much, Yuma. She's just so triggered too. Which is fitting for a border agent, I suppose. Yeah, now we're finally getting into the Shion soldier in a minute here. Kitora-chan. She's just so arrogant. I mean, she is still a senpai in the border academy, so I guess she has a point. Just call her senpai. This girl. Okay, we're finally addressing this. She doesn't even have long enough hair to really do that with. But, you know. I feel so lucky. Apparently they ignored that beacon. Which I assume are caused with the little ones we saw walking around. They probably do appear in the Forbidden Zones, then move somewhere else and act as another beacon. Okay, so that's why I didn't seem super shocked about them being at the school. You mean kind of like what happened here with Byakumo? I mean, they probably weren't C rank, sure, but still. Even under our bed? Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be anything for the agents to worry about. And, you know, make sure rule-breaking lowly C ranks get punished, of course. And here we go. Of course, you have to be on a bridge when this happens. It just flies through the air. Yeah. So, Kitora, you're a big, fancy, badass A-rank agent. Go take care of that for us. Show us what you can do. You're not too late this time, so go for it. So you're not familiar with this type? Of course he would know. Eelgar. Okay. That's bad. We could definitely have casualties for something like this. Don't be in too much of a hurry to do anything, Kitora. Yeah, because you didn't get in trouble for this before. I can throw rocks at it. I can distract it. Oh, I want to see her transform. Well, it probably won't be like a magical girl transformation, but still. I want to see it regardless. I really do love that effect. That's just so many particles. I kind of wish you did one at a time instead of flip-flopping like that back and forth. And someone's at a tree in. Don't worry, it happens to the best of us, man. He needs some time to recharge. He doesn't have a lot of tree in, okay? I know what I said. Arrogance is not a good thing. Now you're the one. She accuses Mikumo of showing off, but really, she's the one that wants to show off. It's very blatant in her behavior. And she's gonna get herself hurt if she does that, so... What are you gonna do, Osama? Yeah. Rather than an issue of being on a tree, and I guess it's just an issue with the trigger itself. I made tons of conclusions on that one. It did get pretty beat up with what Yuma did to it. Yeah, she has very fragile pride. We don't want to injure it. I love you, Yuma. It's very rare that a guy is my favorite character in an anime. Oh, Replica made a replica of himself. That's cool. Can't you just give me a walkie-talkie or something? Maybe you're, maybe I can Skype you. It does look like it tickles. But yeah, it must be really difficult to find one that can fly. No, you have to jump on top of him if you want to have any chance. So just fall in the water, I guess. Then it'll make a big splash. Easier said than done, Kitora, but you guys will find that out soon enough. She wants a hug from the monster. Okay, yeah. Oh. Okay. He may not have his weapon, but he can still help, as he's demonstrating here. So, Kito, are you gonna yell at him for saving a small child? Or just curious. I'm gonna put it past you. But probably not, because he didn't use his trigger to do it. Well, he sort of did, because he has his Treon body, but... It did. That you can't just shake that off. That's not true. It might not have, you know, broke you or anything, but it definitely did damage. Not budging. This is why you should work out more. Try kicking it. Oh no. Replica, you want to help? Boosto. A very subtle way to help him out. Oh wow, that is a boost. This is what it feels like to be strong. It's great. Bet they're impressed now. Meanwhile, Kitora trying to play with the big worm. Okay, I was like, that's not gonna do much. Then I realized it was a grappling gun. I wouldn't jump to conclusions. Yeah. Yeah, but assumptions are how you get hurt. So is arrogance. And showing off, and... Well, maybe if you knew the enemy you were dealing with, you would know that. And then just all blow up. Yes. I don't think they'll kill her off, though. But... Of course. Your turn is next week. Well, next episode. Well, we kind of already did, but okay. Of course. Yes. I wonder who you're talking about. So you're saying there is no S rank? Wow. uh, you know you like me, Kamo. Don't deny it. Yeah, next episode we'll get into that. A certain man. Okay, that was the 4th episode of World Trigger. And this episode, we continue where we left off with the whole, you broke the rules, you should be punished. I don't care if you saved people's lives at your own school when you and all your friends were in danger. You broke the rules, so you shouldn't have done that, so get punished. And I just loved how Yuma just completely called her out on her bullshit. Just like, no, you're just jealous of Mikamu, all the love and attention and praise he's getting, and you feel inferior because he's a C rank who did this, and you're an A rank that probably couldn't do any better. And he did that with a training trigger and all that. Just, it's her own insecurities were the real issue there. But yeah, I don't see him getting very much of a punishment. Just maybe like a very brief suspension, maybe, like at most. He's not gonna get kicked out of border. That's not gonna happen. I'd be shocked if they actually did that. Because, you know, Mikumo's gonna be the one that gets Yuma into the border agency somehow, and maybe they'll become B ranks together and join a team. Like, they could be their own team. Because they clearly have them branched out in teams, like we have Arai Shiyama border team there, and I'm sure we have other teams we haven't met yet. But that's obviously the most important one because it has Hitora in it, and the one guy in it, you know, the one with the two siblings that went to the school. So yeah, they're definitely the most important team. They already said they were like the most popular one, like the PR team, the one that appears on TV and does that sort of stuff. You know what? Because you saw the kind of response Kitora got when she showed up at the school in her casual clothes to escort Mikumo to the border agency to await punishment because she's just that excited to see him get punished, basically. She probably hopes she gets to sit in on the punishment hearing thing, but I don't know if she actually will be able to or not. Maybe, I don't know if A ranks would have that authority. But yeah, we spent a lot of time on that whole stuff, but also just, you know, walking, more talking, more Yuma, just focus. More talking between Yuma and Kitora. I just love how Yuma tells it like it is. He just doesn't mince words. He doesn't sugarcoat things. I love that about him. He tells you what's on his mind. He tells you how it is, and he can tell if you're lying, so he can be very, very good at calling out bullshit when he sees it. So I really like that about him. He's just a really great character. I'd be surprised if anyone in the show could like surpass him as far as my favorite characters go, because he's that awesome. I also like the dynamic he has with Mikumo, which I've said before. I think he'll be a very good influence on him. Maybe get him to, you know, I don't know a good way to phrase it, but just Mikumo's just far too passive, and I don't want to say doormat, but he has doormat tendencies. So I think Yuma could do a good job with really kind of helping him out with that. They complement each other well. Is kind of what I'm getting at there. But eventually, that giant neighbor Trion soldier appeared, which, you know, I thought it'd appear earlier than this, but I guess they wanted it to be a to be continued, deal with it next time sort of thing. Which they will. They'll deal with it next time. Kitora obviously was doing a lot of projecting with Mikumo, saying things like, you just want to show off. You know, just not acknowledging the fact that, no, he's not doing this because he wants to feel like some big, super important hero with lots of praise. He's doing it to help people. If you weren't so blinded by your own insecurities and jealousy, you know, and all that, you might get to see that, Kitora. But yeah, she's the one that wants to show off and all that, so she just rushed off to deal with the enemy that she's never seen before. She has no idea how it works, any of its secrets and all that. She just going for it anyway. All by herself, because that's totally a smart thing to do. But she's a big bad A-rank agent, so she can totally do that by herself. Luckily, Yuma has instructions to secretly help out with her as needed, so I highly doubt she'll get severely injured or anything like that. So yeah, the idea of killing it and having it fall in the water is good and all, but you have to, you know, successfully kill it, so that's a bit tricky because I'm sure it has very thick skin. Might be a bit difficult to penetrate through, but you know, it's doable. Hopefully it's already used this one trump card with the whole blinding light explosion thingy mabobbers on its back. So yeah, hopefully that's the case, but yeah. And that whole subject of Kitora, you know, arguing with, well, not really arguing with, scolding Mikumo what he did. I can understand there needed to be some punishment for what he did, but I think it's objectively, like, unarguably true that he was in the right for doing what he did. You want there to be some punishment so that everyone doesn't look at that and say, hey, I can be a hero too, and if it's good enough, I won't get punished. So you do want some punishment so you don't have to, you know, get too much of that, but I hope they don't actually expect him to believe that he did something wrong there. He did not. There's no arguing that. What he did, what he should have done in that situation, there's no arguing that. If you are trying to argue against that, then you're an idiot, I'm sorry to say. But, or you're Kitora in this case. But possibly both. But that was the last that was what had this episode. Next episode we'll finally bring it down. One way or the other, Yuma will probably be the real MVP of that fight, and we'll get to see what kind of punishment we have. From the preview, it made it sound like somebody will show up and try to make and maybe help out a little bit, maybe explain things better. I would assume the leader of the Arashiyama group. Maybe he'll show up and say, like, vouch for Mikomo, say, like, hey, I know this is technically a big rule, but it was kind of needed, so go easy on the guy, okay? That'll probably be what we get there. It'll probably show up like a really traumatic moment. Like, I object. Don't kick him out of the border industry. You should do this instead because it was a good thing he did. Like, probably get some kind of scene like that. But yeah, that was the episode. So yeah, pretty good stuff. Kitora's kind of testing my patience a little bit, annoying me a little bit, but she's very much a tsundere. She went full on. Don't get the wrong idea or anything, Baka. So yeah, full on tsundere, not even subtle about it. So I feel like I'll probably like her more as the series goes on, and I get to see more good parts of her, and not just this ugliness of her envy and all that. So yeah, I look forward to that. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.